Hello and welcome back to another Hot Dogs, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. I'm CZSurvivor, and today we're going to give Taking Hold another go in classic loadout Louis, as you just saw. And today we're going to be less focused on the game because I have a little story to tell you about. Something that I haven't said anything about due to, well, actually, legal reasons. Ooh, interesting. It's decently interesting, but you know. So, what are those legal reasons? Well, recently, I was summoned for jury service. I was actually summoned a couple of months ago, but because I was in university, I had to defer. Because, you know, my university degree is important. Anywho, so, I get summoned for jury service. Defer. And at the start of the summer is when I'm now gonna, well, my summer holidays, I should say, not start of the summer, is when I should do jury service. So, I go, and, well, the first one that is set to start, I need to focus on this. Die. No, give me the hand axe. Die. I need a better gun to focus. Anywho, yes. So the first trial that's on there that I have a chance to go on is a, well, murder trial. Yay, but anywho, before we get to that, you first have to be... check that you don't know anyone on the trial, any witnesses, any of the not the jurors, the defendants, you know, that kind of stuff. So, after that happens, I have nothing to say no. We are also told that the trial is expected to last 3 weeks. Yeah, fun, just a nice long trial. Excellent, just what I want. Not, but anywho. So, after doing all the information shenaniganry and... Oh, I can't do that. After doing all the information shenaniganry, we go back in for the judge to randomly pick... Well, not the judge, the court... I can't remember what it is. For them to randomly pick who it is. They shuffle your names on some cards and then draw them. Who gets picked first? Oh, you guessed it, me. So I'm the first one to have to go up. After everyone's been picked, you then have to do the oath or affirmation. Basically get sworn in. For anyone who doesn't know what the difference between an oath and an affirmation, it is basically one's based off religious text of your choice, the other is a non-religious one. I meant affirmation because, well, yeah, non-religious. Heyo. So yeah, so you do that. Tracking, thank you. And I had to do my affirmation first, which is always fun. Fortunately, I didn't say anything wrong, and I actually read it out right. I'm sure they would have dealt with it. I'm sure they've dealt with thousands of people saying it wrong. People aren't good under pressure. Fortunately, I actually dealt with it. So, it's a murder trial. Now, there's actually 2 defendants. One is accused of murder. The other is accused of assisting person cover up the body. He's actually on 2 counts of 2 different accusations are brought against him. If the first one fails, then the second one is then tried in the same thing. Basically, if not A, check if B. That kind of thing. So yeah, so the first person is accused of murder, as I said. But just before the start of the trial, he admits to manslaughter. So, for anyone who doesn't know what the difference between manslaughter, well, they're very similar. So first off, the things that they have in same is the unlawful killing of a person. and he's admitted to unlawfully killing them. But what's the difference between manslaughter and murder? Well, it's a tiny little thing known as intent. Manslaughter, well, murder is the intent to kill someone or cause them grievous bodily harm, whereas manslaughter is you didn't intend to kill them or cause grievous bodily harm. For anyone who doesn't know grievous bodily harm, like stupid injury, like, I don't know, deliberately going to break multiple of a person's legs would probably count as grievous bodily harm. Because that's probably overkill for anything. Probably. There's probably some case where it's not. But yeah. Anywho. So yeah. So we had decided whether the first defendant was guilty of murder or not. Either way, he was going to prison for unlawfully killing someone. The second defendant was accused of helping the person. Now, so the difference between his two, I forget how you word that. What he was accused of, if A not B, what I was saying before, is that the reason why he obstructed, both were the obstruction of course of justice, but the one that he was first being tried for was his intent was to help the other person, whereas the other one, his intent was not to help the other person, but just to obstruct the course of justice for some other reason. So yeah, we're being tried for two things. So who's this person murdered? Well, I'll give you... Wait, is this a sci-fi gun? This ain't a sci-fi gun, this is the modern PPSH, but the bullet's blue? I'll have to look into this gun. Anywho, so yeah, so a person who was murdered? Well, that was his ex-wife and mother of one of his childs that he was looking after. A lot of complicated stuff here. Very confusing. There was a lot of maps, a lot of CCTV footage, but anywho. So, the other person who helped him, or was being accused of helping him, is his stepbrother. Now, his stepbrother actually lived with him at this point, him and his current wife. Because, you know, yeah. Communal living and all that. Difficult times, economic problems, there. Anywho. So, let me just nail some sausages and I can get back to this. So, yeah, he's accused of murdering his ex-wife and mother of his child. You're not dead. So we're giving a lot of evidence. So there is quite a lot of maps, aerial footage, and CCTV. We go through all that. We have basically his path on the day before, well, I should say the night before, and the day of her disappearance. So initially, she's gone missing, and he says he hasn't seen her. But after getting shown all the evidence, and later him saying he had seen her, in all his police interviews before the trial, he said he hadn't seen her in a couple of months. Anywho. But I should probably do this in post, this over talking, but hey, it's something to talk about whilst I'm playing, and we're just here to mostly have fun, finally talking about murder. Anywho. Also, this does get a bit gruesome, so when I get to the gruesome bit, I'll give you a little warning. I'll try and leave it towards the end. But I'll not go into too much detail. I don't know. I don't know how bad everyone is for gruesome stuff. Anywho. Let's keep going. So yeah, so he's seen on CCTV footage with her. Then the days after is of him going to and from the place where it's believed he's murdered her. and also having his stepbrother come with him after the murder. Not before. Doesn't come before, only after. So yeah. Ooh. I haven't seen a bullpup in a while. Excellent. I do like a bullpup. It's British. LE5A2. You can't take that off, can you? You can, however, swap between pinhole. That's not a pinhole, is it? It's not at all pinhole, but hey, I think I'll go with the fatter one. No, thinner one. Smaller one. I think that. I think that's not safe, but don't quote me on that. Anywho, let's just kit out myself with ammo. Hope that we find it. So yeah, so we get all the CCTV footage evidence. We then also get the pathologist, the person who does the autopsy on the dead body and examines it. Now, here for the mild gruesome bit, I hope you can deal with minor descriptions. The body is found with no head and no left arm or leg. The autopsy of the body concludes that there is no cause of death on the body parts that can be seen. There is injuries to it, but they are all believed to be done post-mortem. And, well, they look like they've been done post-mortem, probably during the process of dismemberment and decapitation. So yeah. That's that. And the believed cause of death was probably caused to the head. Unfortunately, there is no head, and there will be no head found in the course of this. Unfortunately. But in relation to the head, he was in police custody, has his solicitor give a map to the police about where he's apparently buried the head. So, police go out there, do a lot of digging, find nothing. He's then brought along. He points to an area within the search area that they haven't got round to digging yet, because it was deemed less likely to have been dug there. They fully dig out the entire area that he pointed out. No head. Dig more than he actually pointed out. Still no head. Override token found. Take away what you think. So, no head. Can't confirm the cause of death. I want to get rid of that. Anywho, can't drop that, can I? So, there's no confirmation of cause of death, which is not helpful, but, you know, you just have to deal with that, I guess. So, from there, was there any other information we get told? We get a few witnesses, all that kind of stuff. We also learned that he is a heavy smoker. Both of them actually are heavy smokers of weed, and he's also a heavy user of amphetamines. What's that? Just things to take into account. We also learn about prior convictions that are of interest. Convictions and cautions, they had all been served, so if he was to go for a job, they wouldn't be brought up in any checks, unless of course it was a specific kind of job, you know. He had been cautioned for the drugs, well, drug use in the past, and he'd also been cautioned for, what was the other thing? Brain. not for grabbing one of his ex-wives' necks. I can't remember the exact details of it, but something along those lines. So yeah. So all information for us to decide. And this is over a basically 1.5 weeks. And on the day that both of them are to give evidence, they both choose to not give evidence, which is perfectly within a defendant's right to not give evidence. But they are told explicitly that the jurors are within their rights to infer from that what they want. Well, not what they want, but within certain reasons as to of why the defendant has not given evidence. Usually it's used in a case where the prosecution doesn't have good evidence. The defendant doesn't even bother to say anything because it's just not worth it. Or it might actually harm the defense. That kind of stuff. Kind of like the no comment when the police are interrogating you, but yeah. Now, also, the person who was accused of helping hide the body answered no comment to every question the police interrogation had gone through. Had asked him. And the only information he gave was through prepared statements through his solicitor. So, you know, not much information out of him. Auto shotty. Auto shotty. I think this is a semi, actually, not a full auto, but who cares? It's too dark here. There's not enough space. What's my gun thing here? It's not a gun scrapper. Oh, screw you. How's my health doing? Health's at half. Let's just say I have a few too many guns, but anywho. So, that's our current state. There's loads of little bits of information, but it's complicated. A lot of stuff to remember at this point. I've kind of like just forgot most of it. I'm also trying to play a game at the same time, which isn't helping my recall as I'm mildly distracted. Go figure. Anywho, is there anything else of significance that I should tell you about it? I don't think so, Brian. Mentioned all the CCTV footage. They took multiple paths to and from the place over the days. Yeah, I think that's all it was. Bad sausage. Yeah. So, on the Wednesday, this is what we find out. We're told that not to come in on the Thursday. The judge will set out all the things we must go through, and his speech, and the prosecutions and the two defendants' barristers, yes, speeches. So we do that, and the judge's speech and everything that we should go through, and basically the questions we should go through in deciding on whether they are guilty or not and how to go about it. So, the process for determining if someone was guilty of murder was 1. Are you sure that they were the person that killed them? 2nd, are you sure that before they killed them, their intention was to kill them or cause grievous bodily harm? As I've mentioned before. I like this shotgun. So yeah. Now fortunately, the person admitted to manslaughter, so we knew he killed her, because, well, he admitted to manslaughter. you can't have committed manslaughter without of killing someone. So we had to determine whether he killed her. There was a... I'm trying to think. Was there anything else I need to speak about? There we go. Not enough bullets in this. I need a bigger... Damn it. I need to practice aiming. Oh, wrong gun. This gun. How can I aim better with this? It's a rifle, yes, but it still doesn't make any difference. At these short ranges, the shotgun should be far superior. Ooh, that thing's broken though.
Analyzing system.
What's going on over here? Huh?
No, that's a bad idea. Nope, that was a fail, but anywho. We're going up. Ow. Ow. Give me the rifle. Give me the rifle. Let's kill some sausages, and then we'll talk about murder case. So yeah. So back to the other... So that's the questions. Then... So there was 2 questions for the murder, and the other one had 3 questions, basically. Did they help in the disposal of the person's body? Did they know that they were perverting the course of justice in their actions? And was this to help the other defendants? If they were not found guilty of that, the other question was, were they helping to were they disposing of the person's body, and did they know they were perverting the course of justice? The difference was, did they know they were helping the other person? So yeah. So after deliberation, so for anyone who doesn't know how deliberation works, you are basically, for the day, from the moment you start deliberating, you do not leave the room until the end of the day. So we, just before probably 11, no, it would have been 12 actually. There's not, I need to drop off some guns. 1 second. Grenade! I do like this in full auto. It's quite satisfying to use. But, as I was saying, I don't have enough ammo slots. Sausage. Do you know what this gun reminds me of? The Pack-a-Punch PPSH in World at War. For the Call of Duty Zombies mode. The way it fires, the sound of it. Well, in the end, that had a more purpley muzzle flash rather than a blue. Shoot. Right, that's that done, so now I can start thinking again. Yeah? Yeah. So yeah, so we go into deliberation. Basically, just before 12 o'clock, so to decide whether we all agree, we decide to do hand voting, like basically, are you, with this question, yes. With this question, yes. So we're in confirmation that they are guilty. Yes. So, I hit his mask.
But I'm a pacifist!
You may very well be a pacifist, but you're dead. So yeah, so just before 12 o'clock, well, probably about 12 o'clock is probably when we go in. Is it? Or like 11:30? I can't remember. Basically, about 12:30, we decided that the first person is guilty of...
Over there! Oh, why me?
Murder.
Override token found.
And by just around 1 o'clock, we have decided that the second person is guilty of the first case of knowingly assisting the person. So, you know, we're doing pretty quickly. Well, we decide as a group that we will have our lunch first. And whilst having lunch, we can just think of it to ourselves. And if there's anything that doesn't add up or we don't agree with, we can say after lunch. We have another vote on both of them to just check that no one's changed their mind. And we haven't. So yeah, that's how we decide if someone's guilty of murder. And also assisting, yeah. It's a lot more complicated, a lot more detailed, but it's hard to remember everything that happened, and also you know, stay sane. In the process. We don't have enough. Oh, who needs a pistol? Who needs a pistol anyway? So yeah, that was that. So the person was decapitated, dismembered in 2 arms. Well, an arm and a leg on the left side. Pretty gruesome, pretty dark. With a lot of lying involved, but hey. I did my legal service as a British citizen, and now, even though I'm called up within a year, I don't have to do it again. After a year, I may have to. So yeah, me roughly talking about my time as a juror and absolutely... Ow. I kind of wanted his head to come off. Anywho. Have the ability 5. I need to go sort out this ammo and all this and this. Oh, this mess. I didn't also get. I was thinking I would get a better gun. Oh, dead. So yeah, that was jury service and roughly my experience of it. It wasn't too bad. It was, as it could be said, without a doubt, was an experience. You're dead. Don't stand up. I'll put another bullet. Good. It was an experience. It was interesting, yeah. So we found 2 people guilty. One of murder and one of helping assist to dispose of a body.
Override token found.
An attempt to pervert the course of justice. It's complicated. I don't know the sentence yet. That was decided to happen sometime in September. If I remember, I'll give you an update. If not, well, boo-hoo. You probably will have forgotten by then. Oh well. Also, I'm really sorry about how shambly it is, how terrible. I should have planned that out. I probably should have done it in a voiceover, but that's not me. I didn't feel like it. I just felt like talking whilst playing a video game. Is that a crime?
Hold this position.
Who knows?
Analyzing system.
Maybe the way the media is currently going again. Don't get me started on that stuff. Anywho. That axe there is very distracting, I won't lie. I don't know if you lot can see it. Actually, you get the left eye, so you can probably very well see that. I need to go get a sight. I love how the face mask can't be penetrated, but his helmet can be. Nope. Wait, don't these guns... Wait, don't the L85 and... This both use the same mag.
Over there.
Encryption neutralized. Advancing to next system layer.
I'm pretty sure they do. Also,
Analyzing system.
I keep messing that up. Right. Engage him. Smoke. Never a good sign. Stop. Got him.
Hardened encryption detected. Encryption
Excellent. So we've got a few bullets in there.
advancing to next system layer.
Could probably really do with stocking up ammo again. Shoot! Give me a submachine gun. Not good.
Swarm
Oh, it's a swarm. There we go. This is not going good. Oh, did we finish already? Wow. I didn't have to be at all liberal with my bullets.
Advance to next system node and take it. Returning to interface.
Oh, I love it. It tells you what ammo it uses on the side. Anywho, that was me rambling on about half an hour about jury service, basically. I'm sure I could have done a better job, but anywho. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, let me know. Let me know how terrible I explained that and how bad it was, but it was actually mildly interesting, and I'm not a total failure. Or maybe I am. Anywho, was that a new best? Yes, that was a new best. I'm 35th in the world. You know, that's pretty good. I would like to know how many people are actually on this global score list. Turns out it's like 47. Nowhere near as high. But anywho, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, hit that like button. Got any comments, questions, drop them down in the comment section below. I'll answer any possible. New channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter and support me on Patreon. Links for those are down in the description. Stay well. And Survivor out. Also, please, don't murder anyone. Never know. A YouTuber might be on your trial. Talk about it. And the fact that, you know, you're killing people. It's generally a bad idea to kill people. Generally. Cheerio.